First thing you're going to be doing on the title slide, so we're going to be inserting a music clip in the background. Now this is great if you're trying to do like a looping slideshow and you want some music playing. Well, loops. Yeah, this is what you're going to be doing for the senior slideshow. So I forgot to look at the name of it. We're going to be inserting Caribbean Dance 2 from office.com clip art. So, title slide. Insert. And we're going to be doing audio. Oh, why is it saying timeout?
Oh.
Audio.
Okay, that one. Yes. Yep. Top one.
No, I'm going to pause this a sec. All right. Given that the clip art gallery doesn't exist anymore, the document has to be old. So that's my only figuring on that. So we're going to go audio. We'll go audio on my PC, and we're just going to pull that one in the shared folder from chapter 15.
Oh, mine popped up right away.
That's because, yeah, that's because I didn't open up this from PowerPoint. I opened it up from my computer. First one, student files. When you go to open, there's only going to be two options, and it's going to be the last one, because the first one is an MP4 file. We're going to be using that in a minute. Now, what it does here is you notice it gives you this little icon. I like to put these icons in the bottom right personally. And then we have a playback. We have a whole bunch of playback options. I'm going to see what they want us to do, but then I'll talk about some of the different things you can do for it. So it says just click play in background to select the all options necessary to configure the audio clip as a soundtrack to the presentation. So this is this option right here, play in background. Now, this is a really generic way to set this up because I'm going to go ahead and present this presentation, and I'll show you why I don't like this. It starts playing right away. Actually, it's not showing it, which is great, even though we didn't check that option. Typically, when you've got a sound file here, it was checked by default. You see where it says hide during show? You do want to make sure that that is checked, because if it's not, you're going to actually see this little audio icon down in the bottom. So you see how that's down in the bottom right there? And that's just tacky looking. We don't want that to be there. So always make sure whenever you're looping an audio in the background, hide during show. Now, a couple of other options over here. First of all, you can customize the volume of your track. You can have it start automatically, which is probably 99% of the time what you want to do, not on click. Play across all slides. Loop until stopped. What does loop until stopped mean? Till you close the slideshow. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to play for the duration of your clip, and then it just stops. So you could be in the middle of a slideshow, looping slideshow, and then your music just stops, and you just have pictures going through. Not what you want to happen. So you do loop until stopped. Fade. So this is where the volume will start soft and then get louder if you're fading in, and then go from regular volume to super soft and then eventually silent on your fade out. Trim audio, what that means is it's going to show me the actual clip here, and if I only want to use a portion of this clip, I can grab from the ends and say, all right, this is the portion of the clip that I want to use. Okay. I'm going to undo that. I do want the full clip in there. Next step. We're going to be opening the my video slide, should be slide 2, and we're going to be inserting the MP4 file that we have. Now you'll notice down here we have online pictures, and then we've got our insert video. And we're going to be inserting from a file. I do have the option to insert directly from YouTube with PowerPoint. That's a fairly newer feature, pretty nice. And you can actually also search by the YouTube, It's like the file code. It's the last part of your HTTP address. This will be in the shared folder again. Only one available.
Does PowerPoint compress these pretty poorly?
I wouldn't say it compresses them poorly, but you will end up with a very large PowerPoint when you have images and movie files and so forth. And you know, now that I think about it, I'm not sure. I can't remember if PowerPoint actually is just simply a link to that file, and you need to make sure that that file comes with you, or if it is truly embedding it into the PowerPoint. I think it does get embedded into the PowerPoint. But you got to watch on some programs. It's called a pointer program. So what's going to happen? Adobe Premiere is a great example of this. You have imported your media. You take your main working file, and then you go to a different computer. And then all of a sudden now it says this file cannot be found.
Yeah, it's just like Sony Vegas or After Effects.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So it's looking for that specific file. I'm pretty sure PowerPoint packages everything into one file, and you're just going to be stuck with a massive PowerPoint file. Did yours show up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we can pretend mine is here. I don't know why yours works again and mine's. Oh, my computer's frozen.
Yeah, it's like a bowl.
I'll give it another second.
Or more.
It's made it easy for editing different things now. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the format tab. You don't have to go into everything.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Bennett's just talking about how easy it is. If you guys haven't used PowerPoint before, you know, you're just kind of like, wow, yeah, okay. But if you were using PowerPoint 2007, video was not really going to happen, especially connecting it through YouTube.
We had to work on that.
Yeah, there's been huge improvements into PowerPoint in Office 2013. I'm going to pause while this loads, if it ever loads my video. All right. Now that the picture's loaded, like I said, we got our format options, and it wanted us to come up to playback. We're going to do a fade in. We'll fade in for, did it say how long it wanted? No, didn't say how long it wants. So we'll just go ahead and set a fade in of a half second, fade out half second, and start automatically. We're not going to loop it. We could actually have this automatically go to full screen too. Kind of a cool feature. It wants us to mute the sound. That way, it's going to continue to play our audio track in the background. Now, okay, to mute the sound under volume, hit mute. Rewind after playing. Why would you do that?
So if you want to show it again, it can start from the ending.
Or in the middle, or wherever you left off. Yeah, let's say I advance my slide in the middle of the video. If I want to jump back to that, or I'm in the next presentation, I want it to start right from the beginning again. So rewind after playing.
Back and start from the same position.
Yeah, or if you're knowing that, oh, if there's time at the end of this presentation, let me pick up where I left off, then you won't check that. So that's just a couple of things to think about. Again, trim video if I want to cut off any portion of the video. Now, let's go to our slide one. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a presentation. You get your beautiful music playing in the background. Advance to slide 2. And the music continues to play. And now you've got your little video action going on here. Yes. Now, the thing is, okay, so if you want to play the music lower than the audio sound, you have to start the audio at that particular volume. You can't be like, oh, well, another audio file going on. You would actually have to come up here under playback and you would have to tell your volume low.
Keyframe it to the slide.
It's not that fancy.
That's dumb.
No. Yeah, it's not that fancy. Now, I wonder if you could somehow make it work. No, it wouldn't. I was going to say rewind after playing. Don't do that, and then just have the audio file come up again. But you're going to hear a noticeable skip if you do it. So, no, you can't keyframe it to this slide to say go quiet. Oops. And now I'll go ahead.
Is you trim it. So you probably still hear the skip, but you can trim it from the first.
That's assuming that you're going to advance to the next slide at a very specific time.
Yeah, I know,
But if you're doing an intro, you don't know when you are going to actually advance the slide, so you'd still hear a skip. Yeah, that'd be the other way to do it. Record your presentation. All right, so now with the skill side going on in the background, it's hard to hear the music at all.
It's actually saw stop.
But if I hit play now,
It's the
it does
some suggestion, and then we'll take your order. At this moment, I would like you to offer you to chase a bottle of water on the door, water without gas, with gas, some Pellegrino, and water.
And Danny was right. We do not have time to knock out 2 lessons today like I was hoping.
Are we saving this?